Hello, welcome. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a get ready with me video because I'm not feeling too great. I've currently got a cold, so I think what best time to show kind of like a glow up, but what I like to do to kind of prep myself when I'm feeling sort of down and a little bit sickly. We're coming towards the colder weather now. I'm returning inside, so I like to do a little bit of TLC for myself. So I'm going to start off by sectioning basically. Have a look at this hair. The hair is the main thing we're going to focus on really, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do like a little bit of a chit chatty get ready with me type video. I think there'll be other sorts of content that I want to make, but it's one of those where I just want to get something out there and do it sooner rather than later and take over my fears. Just do it, which is what a lot of people have told me. So yeah, basically I'm coming into the sort of autumnal weather at this job that I've been at for a while now. It'll be coming up to a year, which is insane. Next week will be a year since I started, which is crazy because I used to be in education, so it's kind of surreal to think that I'm doing something other than that, where I was like supporting young people to kind of like with their essay writing and with diagnosis. So I used to support basically those who have sort of individual learning needs, educational healthcare plans, and things like that. And I completely changed jobs. I started working in adult education for the local authority, and then I moved into housing, which is kind of what I'm in at the moment, for an association. So first thing I'm going to do, so I've kind of sectioned it, so I've got like two at the sides, one at the back, you can see that, and I've got obviously the top piece there. I'm going to sort of wet the hair slightly, not a lot because it can be quite damaging to do that, so not a lot, just a little bit kind of thing. I don't even know if you're going to capture it too much, so slightly. And I'm taking a paddle brush, this one's from Asda, I love that. And starting at the bottom, never start at the top, just end up ripping your hair out. And just kind of small brushes. Yeah, so I finished with that and I've been at this job for a year. It's been really, really great. Actually, I feel really part of the team and part of the organisation as a whole. Yeah, which is good. In terms of like the impact of starting a new role, I think people don't quite realise how much of your life is impacted by learning about the new environment you're in, the new rules and regs and procedures, new ways of doing things, new systems. So if you'd like to kind of like have a video about adapting to change or anything like that, let me know, but it's something that I feel like I've had to do quite a lot in the last sort of 2 years, really. Kind of changed organisations, changed roles, and yeah, did something quite scary because I had been working in an area that I was really passionate about and very good at my job, but I needed other things, and I realised that, and I was like, I'm not going to end up going anywhere if I just stay. Exactly the same thing, so I'm glad I did move in the end. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'm not feeling too well, I'm going to sort of braid it so that I don't have to brush through the section again, and it keeps it quite closely together in a smooth way, so that it's not kind of getting all tangled as I'm brushing the rest of it. So I do this quite often. I tend to do it before I go to bed, but I have struggled to sleep, so I'm just doing it whenever I can, taking a bit of TLC time. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna have to edit out the coughing fit that I just had. My God. Okay. So that's kind of like one thing that's been really big for me this year. And coming towards the sort of end of year, there's a few things that I would really like to do. One of which is to increase a YouTube presence with sort of pre-recorded content, because I can control a lot of the variables that go on. Like I do stream on Twitch, which has a lot of changing variables, with sort of from the games to responses to keeping chat entertained to responding to comments, which are quite active in that way. Who knows, it might be something that ends up moving into the YouTube space, but at this moment in time I just want to be able to try my hand at releasing content on YouTube as well. So, oh, what did I do? I didn't spray this one, did I? To be honest, sometimes I do like brush if I think it doesn't need it. It doesn't need the kind of, this is just a mixture of a little bit of conditioner and a little bit of water. That's it. It's just to sort of smooth things out, because my hair gets very dehydrated. It's my sort of curly hair type, which it wasn't at the start. I'd slept on that like twice, so it was very kind of flat and squished. But we'll get there. So braid this bit, and then yeah, I'd like to kind of I've been sort of streaming in this room for 3 years now, coming up to 3 years, and we hit a milestone of like 4,000 followers, which was like a milestone, because I thought, nah, I'm not going to get past like I didn't even think I was going to get past 500 followers. So the fact that we got past that on Twitch was really cool. So I want to be able to thank people and give back and stuff. May not seem like a very big community, which it isn't in the grand scheme of online following, but I've met some very cool people along the way. So that's 2. I'm gonna go for the back bit, and yeah, I kind of want to be able to maybe paint this room. I think there was, when I first started kind of streaming stuff, this wall was like stripy pink and navy stripes, which was really garish. So myself and my sister pulled it all off and filled in all the holes, because obviously taking off all the wallpaper, we wrecked the wall, which was great. So to be honest, it probably needs another coat at this point. There's like marks on it and stuff now over time, so we need to kind of repaint that. But I'm thinking of maybe going like a warm colour behind, maybe a little, I don't know, yellowy peach type colour, something very warm, because I feel like that's very much what my stream is like, warm and cozy. So, and yeah, so I thought, you know what best way to spend time when I'm ill than to kind of do a little bit of self-care and bring you along my journey with me. A little bit. So, and I wonder whether autumn is the right time to do that, because a lot of people go like warm shades during the autumn time, and I haven't dyed my hair properly like in a very, very long time. Part of me just thinks if I invest in that, it will be a never-ending investment. Let me know what you think, if you think I should go for it and just live out my poison ivy dreams, or if you think I should keep it. I know a lot of people do like the dark hair. My mom especially is a big fan of me keeping my hair the same. So once I've kind of like brushed all of the layer, I try and kind of put them all together. And that's just because the more hair you have together, the stronger it is, and the easier it is to kind of brush together. So I'm also thinking of investing in some lighting. At this moment in time, at the moment I'm using natural light, God's light, as it were. But I'm thinking of investing in some like other lights to create a little bit of dimension, because the light that I'm taking in now is soon to be gone as we go into the winter months. So at the moment that back of my hair is drying, so I will need to, before it starts curling itself again, I will need to I'm just going to section off, and then my family group chat are going on about hanging out on Wednesday. I don't know if anyone else does this, where they dictate however long they spend with their family. Now, I know a lot of people still live with their families, but do you have like set days where I know some people do, but they say like, I'll see my family this day and this day. Some people don't have the luxury because they still live with their folks, because we are living in a very shit world. Interest rates are sky high. I know that we are living. Normally I'd be able to sing, but my voice is going. It's gone. So I'm just braiding this, and then I don't have to kind of worry about it while it's drying. Just make sure it doesn't kind of get tangled at the bottom. So that's where it's driest. And then I will kind of leave it until we get back to it later. So, real attractive, this is the end. This is the end of the video. Done, bye! Thanks for being with me. So this bit here, again, cheeky bit of brush. And I don't know about you, but I kind of get a little bit of the passage of time, like where life is just kind of going by a little bit. And I have booked things, like holidays and stuff this year, which I haven't been able to do, again because I changed jobs and I can actually afford to go on holiday somewhere. So I'm hoping to be able to create a little bit more, like, not blog content, but maybe some IRL video stuff of being abroad. In particular, not that it's a experiment, but I am going to a part of the world which has been heavily anglicised. I'm going to Tenerife, and then I'll be going to Egypt over Christmas, which should be a little bit different. I'm kind of excited to be able to maybe produce a little bit more different content. What I have really loved is I've got this camera, which is the Elgato face cam, which is so much clearer than the last camera I had, and it's like every little bit seems to contribute positively towards the user, like the experience of people watching. So, you know, the more that I do, the nicer it will be. But yeah, so nothing beats kind of like just taking a moment, getting something that smells really good. You're like, I don't know, pomade, or maybe there's like a conditioner or something that you really like, and just having a bit of you time to look after yourself. I'm just kind of wrapping this bit around so it doesn't get caught while it sort of dries off. And we shall go for this bit, which is the front and the crown. So as you can see, my hair's quite malleable. It's like it does change shape very easily, which has always been quite lucky in that way. Right, just give it a good spray. It's like watering plants, this is. There we go. Nice. And then I'm going to let these come forward, brush them all together. Bear with me, I have no idea what music's playing because I've got my headset off to one side. So now I'm just kind of twisting it all at the front so that it's like unified in one place. And then I can let out the lower bit and we can brush it all together. So, here we go. So I do have mixed race hair. My mum's hair is quite similar to mine in its texture. That hers is slightly curlier. And mine is much more on the wavy side. It is curly, but I do a lot of protective styling, so if you'd like to see kind of like a curly girl sort of start to finish, then let me know. Unless I can kind of revive curls, I might be able to. We'll see. We'll see. So, one of the other things that I've been able to, I wouldn't say it's like a joint effort, but one of the things that has improved over the last year is kind of like reaching out to people and friendships. I feel like I've definitely started talking to more people and stuff like that. I know that when I was like going through lockdown, I learned to play the guitar, so I think I kind of want to bring that back in the next year. We shall see. I might do a couple of learn videos or something for particular songs. So yeah, so just basically brush through. You might need to wet bits that kind of feel dry, which honestly it's like Princess Diaries, if you've ever seen that, where they're just like it's quite saturated so that it all dries together. Then you can kind of see that it brushes together really well. Nothing beats your kind of hair brushing where it touches the scalp. It's like, oh, so nice. I do get a lot of sort of hair shed the older I'm getting, I guess. So that bit there. Okay, so at this point, we've brushed the hair. It's all about prep now. So I can kind of leave it if I wanted to and let it dry naturally. I could kind of put stuff in it to keep the moisture in, which is probably the best bet. So I've got some castor oil, which has also got olive oil in it as well, and shea butter, and this is from the brand, basically it's Superdrug's basic brand. I can't remember what the name of it is. It might just be like Superdrug's own. Warm it up in your hands, really important, because it penetrates hair, and then kind of very loosely, not really grabbing it, like I'm kind of doing that over it, and then like it's near the bottom where I need it more, so kind of lock in that moisture further down and then work my way up. And oiling the hair is something that is a very traditional method. It's done in a lot of countries. It's done in the Middle East, it's done in India, to kind of protect and lock in moisture to the hair. Okay. I even give myself a little bit of a scalp massage, you know. I think that might be kind of important at this point. And I'm going to use a bowl that I bought at Insomnia, which is this one. You can sort of see it from the root that it's like curling up. And we will come back to this in a minute, but I'm just gonna do a low pony because that's very protective. If you do a high one, you pull tension on your hair. It's not what we want. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm just going to braid it. Keeps it smooth as other things are going on, as I said. And you can see like just how much shinier that is from how it was like not too long ago, where we, you know, before we started. I can't believe that OBS just did that, but basically I recorded doing kind of like a full base of makeup and then let my hair down, and here we are. So sorry it was kind of cut short and I lost like half the footage. Obviously it's stereotypical for when I start in kind of something new, but basically what I did was I used this, which is like a peptide eye cream. It's called Face Facts. I used that. Then I went on and used, oh god, Mua Makeup Academy Pro Base Longwear Matte Finish Foundation. Tiny bit though, like I used like a little dab of that, and then I basically put on my moisturiser on top of it. And I also moisturised my face before I started my makeup. I moisturised with this, which is Skincare Retinol Moisturising and Nourishing Cream Face, Neck and Hands, which is that one. Live by retinol if you're not using retinol in your daily routine situation. Start now. Start now. Yeah, it's a good one. Then I moved on to I used a little bit more of this, like without the moisturiser, under my eyes because I'm tired, and it all kind of, I was like, I need to fake it till I feel it. So there was that. Then I used basically this, which is a lip product from Collection, and it's the Lasting Perfection Matte in Indulgent. I really want to come up with these names, man. Indulgent. I'll make sure to say that. I mean, it's kind of indulgent, which it's this lip colour. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, so it kind of, although it's moisturising, it's also kind of, I don't know, what's the word? It's exfoliating at the same time. Contains vitamin E and vitamin B5. I like it. It's really good stuff. It's also vegan as well, if you care about that. But yeah, and it smells really nice, and I love them. I think they're great. And what I did was I basically put on, then kind of mushed my lips together. They get a little bit of a colour. Then I know this is like cardinal sin of makeup, but I then put it on my on my foundation brush, and then put it on my cheeks just so that there was like a matching kind of colour glow from both. And then I did that a couple of times, and then I used the lip product to actually line my lips so that it had like a harsh edge, and similar to there, like that. And then after I'd used all of those things, I then got a lip pencil, because I think that there's like, it's all about definition when it comes to stuff like this. Here we go. And this one is the Body Shop lip pencil in the colour Mahogany. And I basically did like lower lip like that. Cheeky bit of definition. And then upper lip like that. And then what I do, because it looks kind of like overkill, is I kind of like roughly go around it a little bit, and then I also use my finger to kind of mush it all in like that. Like that. So really you only get the bits around the edges, and then I use the rest of this, which I know another cardinal sin, on the inner corner of my eye, so you can see there's like a little bit of definition, and again a lot of it matches the look, which makes it very cohesive. And I used it under the lash line as well, in the corners, which again I think is kind of a nice touch. And then that's it. That was it. And then I let my hair go. I don't know where all that footage went, but heaven knows I'll find it. It's a little bit more definition, a little bit, it smells good. It's a little bit more hydrated. I really just wanted to be able to produce a a YouTube video without too much effort, but also just to bring you a little bit of day in the life content rather than just anything and everything. I kind of want to get on this YouTube journey a little bit more, and so many people have just said just upload something. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you can come back to it and like it. Sorry for the lack of kind of music and everything else in this later half, but sometimes it's nice to not have a bit of everything and to just be quiet and just take it all in. Alrighty, that's it. Ta-ta for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.